Hello friends, in this video we'll talk about the Financial Authorization System, stands FAS. It is one of the important module in the Vision Plus. So we'll discuss in this video what is FAS, how it works, what are different kind of transactions, how authorization approval happen, so what are the important screen. So we'll discuss one by one. So let's start here. Okay, first thing, what is the scope of this video? Like you will understand authorization concepts, FAS feature and advantages, control and processing parameter, authorization logic, and important screen the FAS. So what are the authorization concepts and definition? So before going for authorization concept, let's understand what are the important key concept and definitions. First thing, who are the customer or cardholder? The person who owns the credit card is customer or card holder. Suppose we are holding any card from any given bank, maybe from Citibank. We have different kind of banks. Suppose we are holding any card, so we are the customers only. So now even customer, it may happen that we are holding another add-on card or secondary card for a family member. So in that sense, this is called add-on card holder or secondary card holder. Now bank card, a financial transaction card issued by a financial institution. So issuer, suppose we got card from many banks. Just take an example, we are holding Citibank credit card. So in this scenario, Citibank card is the issuer. Authorization means suppose we are doing some purchases. So when we swipe the transaction, that is called the authorization request. So here the process of approving or denying a transaction is called the authorization. So what is acquirer here? A financial institution that establishes an account with merchant and process card means a card institution and payments. Acquirer is also called a merchant bank. So in simple term we can understand acquirer is a like bank which accept the transaction on behalf of the merchant. So merchant, any business that having met qualification standards of Mastercard, Visa, Rupee, Amex, having been approved by any acquiring member except Mastercard, Visa card as payment for goods and services. In general term, we can say in like Bangalore Central, DMart or Sarvana in Chennai, and all those are the merchants. So where we do means purchase and do the means swipe our card for the transactions. POS means point of sale refer to the location where goods or service are purchased. POS terminal, a terminal at the point of sale which is connected via telecommunication lines to a central computer. Authorization, recording and transmitting of transactions are performed through the terminal. Now, what is bank identification number? A unique series of numbers assigned by MasterCard Visa to principal number institution, which identify the member in a transaction processing. So, BIN actually, suppose we are holding any credit card. If you look at the front side of the card, the first six digit from the left side is called the BIN. So, it is always unique for a particular bank, means any product of a particular bank. So, just take an example, we are holding the cashback card of the Citibank. So there the first six digit number will be unique or like a reward card from Citibank. So in that scenario, first six digit number will be means unique for a particular product of a particular bank. Honest transaction. An authorization request received by the acquirer bank for a card issued by the same bank. So in general term, we can say suppose we are holding Citibank card, we go to Sarvana for the shopping, and by Sarvana also means have the POS machine provided by the Citibank. Means Citibank have done their all the setup to accept the transaction. So that is called honest transaction. Means foreign transaction or offers transactions. We can say suppose we are holding Citibank credit card, we go to some retail shop, just take an example Sarvana or any means retail shop. They are holding instead of Citibank, they are holding like ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank means POS machine and all. So in that scenario, this is called a foreign transaction or offers transactions. National Association, member-owned organizations that have developed standards and procedures for the bank card system and license members to issue cards with the association trademark and accept merchant drafts. For example, MasterCard and Visa International. MIP means a Master Card Interface Processor. It is the processing hardware and software system that interface with MasterCard Global Payment System Communication Network. MIP, Mastercard Interface Processing. It is the processing hardware and software system that interface with Mastercard Global Payment System Communication Network. VisaNet, Consumer Financial Transaction Processing System, support credit, debit, and business cards, ATM, ACH, and e-commerce transactions for Visa. BankNet, the primary data transport communication facility that links all MasterCard customer into a single on the financial network, now called as a global payment system. Now this is the authorization flow of honest transaction here. Here we say means a request means customer swipe the transaction at the merchant POS terminal. After that, it direct go to the means issuer bank of the card here. After the issuer bank means it's approve or decline transaction, response is sent back to the merchant. Now, in case of offers transaction means foreign transaction, how it works here? We can see first customer go to the merchant swipe the card. After that, based on the information given me means card number, PIN, amount, expiry date, CVV, all this information go to the acquirer bank. So after that, based on the information provided by the POS terminal, acquirer bank send it to the WAP or MIP. After the WAP MIP sent it to the based on the information provided, it sent to the Visa Mastercard, and Visa Mastercard via WAP MIP sent it to the FAS issuer bank. Now FAS issuer bank check the means information request means whether means it validate the card number, amount. It's also check whether card is having any block code, a customer should not be delinquent. All those information check. Based on the information provided, if everything goes fine, then the issuer bank send response back to the merchant. Okay, everything is fine. Now, like they are okay with the approval, means they are okay with the approval amount, so they accept the approval request. All this happen within a seconds only. So, okay, its approval is successful. So, merchant means customer receive the goods. Card transaction has three different steps: authorization, clearing, and settlement. Let's understand each of them. Authorization is a process of validating the card and checking whether there is enough credit on the card account to pay for the transaction. After an authorization, the amount is blocked on the card and reserved for these transactions. These steps involved in the authorization are: customer present the card to the cashier, the cashier swipe card through at the reader, EDC software at the point of sale terminal, dials or as a stored telephone number to call an acquirer. The acquirer gets a credit card authentication request and check the transaction for validity and record on the magnetic stripe for like merchant ID, valid card number, expiry date, credit limit, card usage, PIN. If it find no issue with the request, acquirer forward the request through the network. The issuing bank check to see if the customer information is valid and if there is enough credit in the account to cover the transactions. If the account is valid and there is enough credit and address is verified, the issuing bank sends an authorization code back to the merchant and puts a hold on the funds in the customer's account. If the account is not valid or there is not enough credit to cover the transaction, sometime maybe due to the various block codes or delinquency, the issue bank sends a transaction decline message back to the merchant or receipt of this message. The POS machine display a receipt to the cashier if the transaction was authorized or a problem message if declined. Entire process takes within a second. So sometimes an authorization request is aborted before it reaches the authorization server. Can happen at the ATM, POS terminal, or at the switch. In case of an aborted request, the payment network has the functionality to ensure reversal, ensuring that money debited and did not credited. But it may happen normally. Sometimes it happens that we swipe the transaction or money got debited, but since merchant did not receive the proper means authorization request or response properly, so the system is designed in such a way that in the such scenario money will be debited back. Now clearing. So what is the clearing here? After a card transaction is authorized, payment of money to all parties involved is a two-step process, where the first step is clearing followed by the settlement bank. So just now we saw in the flow, Visa okay, merchant, POS terminal, acquirer bank are involved, then Visa, MasterCard involved. So during this process, they also take some commission, maybe 0.5%, 1% based on the settings. So whatever the means party involved in the authorization, they also take some commission. So after the authorization request, the main function is to clear and settlement. So we'll understand how it happened, clearing settlement between the different parties involved in the authorizations. During the clearing process, the acquirer provides the issuer with information on the sales. No money is exchanged during the clearing. Clearing involves the exchange of data only. The acquirer provides data required to identify the cardholder's account and provide the dollar amount of the sales. When the issuing bank gets the data, the bank posts the amount of the sales as a draw against the cardholder's available credit and prepare to send payment to the acquirer. The steps involved in the clearing are: merchant delivers sales draft info to the acquirer. Acquirer credit merchant account. Acquirer batches all sales drafts into. Acquirer forward sales draft from all its merchant to the network. The network center consolidates transactions from all acquirer and creates interchange files for each issuer. Means in clearing means only information is flowed between the different parties. Okay, this is the total amount of transaction in this month or this cycle. So we have to means this much amount should go to the means issuer, this much amount should go to the acquirer, this much amount should go to the like Visa, Masters. So normally what happen in real life scenario, merchant means already hiked the price. So just take an example, goods is 90 rupees, 90 rupees or 95 rupees. So merchant set the price 100 rupees because merchant know that 2 rupees we have to pay to the different parties involved like acquirer, bank, association and all. So even though customer think okay like 100 rupees transaction did, so remaining 5 rupees, so based on the setting it's distributed to the among various parties. Now settlement. Settlement is the step where actual exchange of funds take place. The issuer sends a record of money that is being transferred from its account to that of the acquirer. From this account, the acquirer pays the merchant. Funds are settled between issuers and acquirer through the accounts with large banks that are members of the Federal Reserve System and have been selected for that purpose. Payments to merchant are made usually through the Federal Reserve's Automated Clearing House, that means ACH, which is an electronic fund transfer system. Steps involved in the settlement are: the network center transmit the interchange files electronic through the payment network to issuer. Issuer post transaction to cardholder statements. Issuer transfer funds to the settlement bank for all acquirer. Issuer produce statement for cardholders. So now, if you now next question here, what are the benefits of using card from customer point of view and from merchant point of view here? So think about this question. And one question is frequently asked in the interview that what is the difference between clearing and settlement here? So in one line we can say clearing means just information is flow means how much money each party will get, and settlement actual flow of funds happen here. Now, what are the different kind of authorization source? We can say wires access, point of sale, batch authorization, ATM machine. Nowadays, we can also say online transactions or motor transactions. What are the authorization requests? Which type of authorization request here? Request money authorization, request address verification, request post authorization, request information, perform a credit adjustment, verify a check. What are the different kind of authorization response? Normally it is approval, decline, referral, pickup, call credit department and pending. So here what is the FAS? FAS is an online application designed to independently support the cardholder and merchant function of the authorization process. It is a subsystem of the Vision Plus which work 24 hours 7 days a week online authorization system. It support like MasterCard, Visa, Europay, Rupee, MX, Diners, Discover, JCB, CUP in China Union Pay, so many kind of cards. What is the best features? Real-time update of open to buy. Suppose it happens that customer have the credit limit of 10,000 and customer did a transaction of 1,000 rupees. So immediately it will open to buy will be 9,000. Customer can pay up to 9,000 only after that. User-defined decision parameters, multi-level processing parameters to accommodate peak volume times velocity checks, user-defined approve and decline thresholds, online display of account, store authorization activity, voice authorization request, card validation, code verification. FAS provide a user-defined module that perform issuer CVC and CVC2 validation. Since several methods exist to validate CVC and CVC2 codes, user had to tailor this module as per the method adopted. Now, what are the advantage of FAS? Automates the decision-making process, improves response time at the point of sale, makes intelligent credit decision, decrease potential losses from bad debt, monitors authorization performance, analyze and control authorization activity. Now, what are the important screen in FAS? Like in some business, we have to go input on the FAS screen only. For that, important screen is OFRQ. Once the request is given, after that we verify its response at OFRS screen here. Now the OF has authorization by card number. We can also do the authorization on the OFA screen. Means OFAL screen. OFDL means our display authorization log. OFRS authorization response screen. After that, OFML means merch authorization by merchant store number. OFCJ means chronicle journal, a picture of the log file we can say. OFSM authorization statistic and system messages. So this is the important screen in the FAS. So this is overall about the FAS or FAS financial authorization system. In some business it may be known by other name as well. So thanks for watching video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel SNT Power Vision.